The New King James Version, John 1:18, chapter 1, verse 18. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. Now this is referring to God the Father, right? People have seen Jesus, the Son of God, who is also God, but not God the Father, not in that sense. Then in Exodus 33, verse 20, God told Moses, you cannot see my face, for mankind cannot see my face and live. You see where I'm getting at here? So which one of your ancestors would have personally sat down and watched God write the Bible? It wouldn't have happened. So now God is smarter than all of us, right? He's God. So look at what he does here in 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Okay. It says, if someone, this is the New King James Version, by the way. If someone says, I love God and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen? You understand? You understand what I'm saying? And verse 21, and this commandment we have from him, that he who loves God must love his brother also. Now the events in Exodus predate the book of John, as we've seen. So basically that's saying, okay, if you can't love somebody that you can see, how could you love me who you can't see? And by that we know that we can't see God. Even Moses, who's considered a friend of God, was only able to see his back. Now, if we can't see God, how can we see God write the Bible? That's crazy. No one's going to see God actually sit there and write the Bible. So you know what God did? He gave us each other as proof that we believe and we love him. If we can show our fellow man, love our neighbors, like the commandment says, love our neighbors like we love ourselves, and show that we love our own brother and sister that we can see, then that's proof that we as believers love God, who we can't see. And God doesn't give himself a double standard. I said that to say if we can't actually see God write the Bible, then how do we know God wrote the Bible? Because we can see our brother, our sister, our fellow man write the Bible. And that's the proof. So it only makes sense that God would use man to write the Bible. Not only it makes sense, but it solidifies the credibility of the authors because they have been witnessed writing the books. People saw them writing the books instead of versus a book just dropping in our laps that came from nowhere and no one knows where it came from and no one's seen it being created, being written. We have the same proof that we love God by loving our fellow man that we have by being able to see our fellow man and express that love that we have by being able to trust in the authors who wrote the Bible that were inspired by God, whom others have seen write the scriptures, and the scriptures come into being as being their witness. How can we know someone has the love of God in them? By seeing them show love to their fellow man. How can we know that the Bible was written and inspired by God? By not seeing God? No, by God inspiring someone to write the scriptures. Being able to see God inspire someone to write the scriptures. Since we can't see God, just like we can't say we love God that we can't see, if we can't show love to our fellow brothers whom we can see, then how can we believe that God inspired the writings of the Bible if we can't see God unless we can see our fellow man whom they have many witnesses seeing them write the scribes writing the Bible, therefore it becomes our proof. Therefore, man actually writing the Bible inspired by God does not prove that God isn't real. It proves that he is real because that's consistent with the scriptures.